So for the past 30 years, God's done some pretty incredible things here around our church family. We actually began in where is now our present parking lot. We had one single wide mobile home, and that's how we began with 23 people. And God continued to bring people, and people were excited, and He was moving, it was stirring. And then God just continued to bless us. We were able to bring in a second mobile unit that was used for worship space. And then after a few years of that, God blessed us to have the Baptist men of the state convention come in and help us to construct our brick building.
I would say first that there is no true happiness without God. I found that out, and I found out that there is no true recovery with my addiction. I was clean for a year, and I still just felt like I was living like an addict until I found God. As far as this church, these people are just amazing here. They will treat you with nothing but unconditional love from day one. And it's just a beautiful thing. I've never felt that. I've never experienced like that in my life before. Yeah, I've never felt love like this before.
Well, my parents have been going here for basically since the church started, and I was actually born while they were attending here. So I'm going on 25 years at the church now. So I've grown up here, I've learned everything, about life from the people at this church. And, I'm so grateful for all the lessons, all of the guidance and everything that everyone at this church that I've come in contact with has, it's really influenced me and shaped me into a better person. And, I'm eternally grateful for all of you and how you've affected my life. I feel like God is stirring here. I think that there's a lot of people that are coming to Christ, a lot of people experiencing God's love for the first time. It's amazing to see how each person's affected each week. Just looking out in the congregation, seeing people worship, it's an amazing experience. I love it.
So actually the back door of our brick building was the boundary line. We had 4 acres when we began, and so we built as large as we could as far back, but then it required us purchasing more property. And by God's kindness and grace, we were able to purchase more land to keep going this direction. And then the Lord allowed us to build our gymnasium where we worship today. And that's been such a huge blessing. It allowed us to have obviously multiple worship services, to continue to grow, to share the good news and reach people throughout our community and region. We were also able to pay that off and then eventually to build our lobby, which has been a tremendous gift. And we've got the space for children, and that's been great. So just able to reach and impact people individually, their families, wherever they're at in life, so that we can, share the good news of Jesus with them, because that's what He's called us to do.
Our young people that were in some of my classes as they were tiny and small are now leading the church. And it was always so enjoyable for me to see our young people when we'd go on mission trips to get out and do sharing their faith with people. Because there's lots of people out there that need to hear.
The best thing about this church is the youth group. Like my small group, they're always there to support me. If I have something going on in my life, I can just send a text to the group chat and there'll be immediate responses asking how they can help me and my family. On the future of this church, I want it to be just filled with people. I want youth, bring it downstairs because we don't have enough room in there. Just be packed full with hundreds of kids trying to learn about God and His love.
Just as we've seen God move in the past, our expectations are very large for the future. We believe God's going to continue to call us to grow, to reach this community, as our community expands to share the good news of Jesus. And so we're looking in the future to have a larger worship facility. More than likely, it'll be in this gravel parking lot. We know that God's provided this space and this place for us to reach people, to care for people. So we're looking forward, not only looking back to the past 30 and even in the present, but looking forward to the future 30 and what's next and what God's called us to do here at Real Life Church.